Debbie Marcoux is licensed by the Department of Financial Institutions and MLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Florida LO 76508, Georgia 69178, Idaho, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington MLO 237926.
She's the mortgage mom. She can get things done when you're in need and don't know where to go. Pick up the phone and call mom.
All right, well, welcome to Mortgage Mom Radio. I am Debbie Marcoux, and today I have Heidi Schlegelpoints on with me. How you doing, Heidi? I am good. It is Monday. This is the first time we're doing it this way. I mentioned it last weekend for all of our listeners that we would be now starting to do shorter episodes, but multiple times a week. So as of right now, this week, we're going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're going to kind of see how that goes. But I'm going to try to get smaller episodes with content in them for people to be able to log in and watch and interact, and on different days. Maybe somebody's got Tuesday off where it'd be easier for them to be able to pop in then. So we are going to be doing these live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for sure. I might throw in a Thursday or so, but the best way to know that we have gone live is to make sure that you subscribe to our channel. So go to YouTube and search for Mortgage Mom Radio, and then click on that subscribe button and make sure you click on that notification bell. If you don't click the notification bell and you don't select all, you're not going to get an update from YouTube when we go live. The other thing, I'm not sending out a link for every single show. I think that people would get very frustrated if they were getting multiple text messages a week, and that's not what I'm going after. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel and let YouTube give you the notification. If you want a notification, you just want to make sure that you see us do it live once a week at least, we are still going to send out that notification once a week on Wednesday. So you can still subscribe or opt in to get that link actually texted to you. And the way that you do that is that you text the word MOM to 844-935-3634. Heidi, what's that spell? There you go. So if you guys text the word mom, and I've actually had multiple people, so I want to make sure I do explain the texting really quick. So text message goes out. It's literally just a notification for you to know that we are live. I am not actually looking at the text messages. I'm not receiving the text messages. I'm not answering the questions. Every now and then I'll get in there just to kind of clean it up and see if there's anything I needed to know. And there's been multiple times that I've actually had people that have asked questions through there, and I absolutely don't mind at all, but I just want you to be aware that I'm not actively monitoring it. So if you send a message and you don't get a response right away, I'm not doing that on purpose. We're not being bad about responding to you. It's just not one of the forms of communication that we're actually working through. So the other thing that I'm noticing is that I have some people that will text, and they'll text subscribe, or they'll text yes, or they'll text app, or they'll text link. You guys need to text the word mom. So MOM. Make sure you text the word mom. You will get a link once a week on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. when we go live on YouTube. It's the only link I'm going to send out. But remember, we're going to be live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly Thursday. So if you really don't want to miss a single episode, a subject or topic, or be able to ask questions live, you've got to make sure that you subscribe through YouTube. So that's Mortgage Mom Radio on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell to say all so that you do get that notification from YouTube. So what are we talking about today? We get to do maybe a little bit of catching up with mom here and there. Maybe we'll leave that for Wednesdays. But what are we talking about today? Today, the hot topic is mortgage insurance. So I wanted to talk about this, and I brought Heidi on to talk about it as well. I actually sent Heidi an article to read, hoping that she would be my brains on the show today, because I didn't actually get a chance to read it myself. But, you know, a lot of people ask us all the time, how can we get rid of our mortgage insurance? And we actually have had a commercial running on all of our radio stations, letting us, telling people, if you have the equity, now might be a good time to refinance to remove the mortgage insurance. And so I want to make sure that we talk about that, because I had another question come up from a client just a week ago, trying to decide during a refinance if they should buy out the mortgage insurance Should they pay it monthly? When would it go away if they pay it monthly, if they don't buy it out? So I thought this was a really important topic for us to talk about and make sure that everybody's aware of what their options are. What can they do if they have mortgage insurance? So number one, I'm going to ask you a question I know you know the answer to. A normal, typical, standard 30-year fixed rate FHA loan with 3.5% down payment. Can you remove your mortgage insurance? Okay. So I want to, yes. Correct. So the only time that FHA has the opportunity to keep the same loan, same interest rate, everything intact, is if you put down more than 5% and you actually got yourself a 15-year loan, not a 30. So most people going into an FHA mortgage are going into the longer 30-year term in order to get that better payment, and they're putting the low down payment, which is the whole reason why we use FHA. They're putting their 3.5% down. So if you have an FHA loan and you are paying mortgage insurance, you cannot get out of it unless you refinance. And so that is why we've been talking about that so much recently is if you want to refinance, if your property has gone up in value, you want to drop that mortgage insurance, now is the time. Do not put this off. Interest rates are low right now and property values have increased significantly. So anybody that has bought a home from 2020 to 2021, there is a very good chance, even if you put 3.5% down on your home, that you have the equity that is needed in order to get out of that mortgage insurance. And even if you don't have the full 20% equity, we have conventional loans that don't have mortgage insurance with less than 20% equity. So a lot of people don't realize that either, that that's an option. But if they wait too long and interest rates go up, then they're going to find that they're going to be better off in the payment they have, keeping the FHA loan, and they will forever pay this mortgage insurance. So definitely, if you guys have an FHA loan, you should be thinking about this right now. You should be going to the website, go to mortgagemomradio.com and book yourself an appointment. Click on that book appointment button, get yourself a phone consultation, talk with one of us about where are you at, what is your home worth, what is your rate today, what would a new rate and payment look like, and determine if that is the right step for you. So FHA, your only option, guys, for 99% of you out there is to do a refinance. So now let's talk about a conventional loan. So you have a conventional loan, and let's say that you have 15% down payment, or maybe you have 15% equity in your home. And you're thinking, well, should I buy it out? Should I get rid of the mortgage insurance completely? Should I pay it monthly? When's it going to go away? So based on the article that you read today, Heidi, yes, what did it tell you? If I am a normal old buyer, I buy a house with anything less than 20% down, and I set up a monthly mortgage insurance payment, when does my mortgage insurance go away? At what point? By itself. I'm not calling the lender. I'm not asking them to do anything. I'm just letting the loan go. I'm just being lazy.
When you have paid down your mortgage to 78%, okay? So when your loan to value hits 78%, paying it down, not the equity going up by your value going up, then at that point, your lender, your servicer, would reach out to the mortgage insurance company and have it removed.
Right.
At that point, that's when it would just go away.
Just go away. So I want everybody to hear that. If you buy a house with 20% down, or you do less than 20% down, but we come up with an option for you with no mortgage insurance, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you are buying something with less than 20% down and you took monthly mortgage insurance in your payment, it is not going to just automatically drop off or go away until you have actually paid your balance down to 78%. So what that means is, even if your property, if you bought it for 400 and it went up to 500, they don't care about what's today's value. They're looking at what was the value at the time that you took the loan. So that goes for a purchase or a refinance. If we did a refinance and gave you mortgage insurance, what was your value at the time of that last refinance? They're looking at that value or that purchase price, looking at your loan balance, and they're looking for you to get to 78% of the established value at the time that you originated the loan. So it's not going to drop off at 80. It's actually not going to drop off at 70 until 78. So here,
Correct.
right? So here is the next question. I call you up, Heidi, and I say, okay, great. But I have 80%. I mean, I've got 20% equity now. So how do I get rid of my mortgage insurance? Can I call the lender and just get, a new appraisal ordered?
Sometimes.
Exactly. That's a great question.
Yeah, it's a great question. So if you see that you've got 80% equity, every servicer is going to be a little bit different. So you would call your servicer, you would ask them their requirements on having it removed. Some servicers are going to say, let's see what you've paid down. Some are going to say, we're going to require a new appraisal, and they're going to look at the difference in appraised value. Also, there's requirements of your payment history. So they're going to look at your payment history for the last 12 months and payment history for the last 24 months. So they're going to look at a lot of different things. So the best thing to do is you think, hey, I've got 20% equity in my house. I want to have it removed. You're going to call your servicer and you're going to ask them, what are their requirements, and get that listed out. And at that point, you're going to know I have to pay it down, or they're going to look at a new appraised value, and they're going to decide based on your payment history. If you had 0 lates ever, good. Okay. Now, is it current appraised value or is it previous appraised value? And have you paid it down? Yes or no? You're going to know whether or not you can then pursue that.
Right. So many of the servicers are not actually going to allow you to get a new appraisal to determine new value and actually remove the mortgage insurance.
Correct.
The majority want to see that you have actually paid your balance down to the 20% equity or to 80% of what that established value was at the time that you took the loan. That is what the majority are going to be looking for. I have actually had clients call and say that they talked to the lender, they ordered an appraisal, they paid for the appraisal, then the lender reviewed the appraisal, finally got back to them and said, well, your appraisal's great and you've got the equity, but we don't allow you to remove your mortgage insurance by going that direction. And they were dumbfounded. Like, why in the world did they allow me to go through these steps, make me pay for an appraisal to tell me that they won't remove my mortgage insurance, even though my value's gone up? And so then they're calling me and they're saying, can you use that appraisal if we do a refinance? And I have to tell them, no, I can't use that appraisal. I have to use an appraisal that was ordered specifically for the loan that we're doing, for the transaction that we are in the middle of. So definitely, like Heidi said, make sure that if you are trying to keep your loan that you have right now intact and you're wanting to get your mortgage insurance removed because you feel your property's gone up in value, not because you've paid it down, make sure that you're asking that question. What do I need to do if we order this appraisal? Is there something else other than it coming in low that could change whether or not you would approve me to remove the mortgage insurance? So make sure that you actually get those stipulated factors. It's very important. The other thing is, right? So then the other option, obviously, in all of this is that you can always do a refinance to remove your mortgage insurance. And so that is something that a lot of times will work out best, especially for somebody that's only been in a loan for maybe a year or two, or maybe even 6 months. Because property values have gone up so quickly recently, there is an opportunity for many people to do a refinance to get rid of the mortgage insurance without having actually paid it down on their own. And what is nice about doing it that way with us is that if the value does come in a little bit lower than what you thought it should, and you don't have quite the 20% equity that you need, then we can actually look at the options of a conventional loan that does not require mortgage insurance, to where you could still be getting out of that mortgage insurance even without that 20% equity. So, the chances are going to be the very best to get mortgage insurance removed by calling our team, talking with us, and doing an actual full refinance. But can you keep your loan that you have right now fully intact and remove your mortgage insurance in a conventional loan? Yes, you can. It's just going to depend on what those stipulations are by the lender. Is there anything that I haven't brought up that you feel is important to mention? You did read the article today. I'm going off of just knowledge of knowing how this works, but did you read anything today that you were like, wow, I didn't know that?
So yes, I actually did. So one of the things I read is if you had any kind of modification. So right now we're running into that a lot with people that did deferments or forbearance. Some of those stipulations actually have to do with the MI company themselves. So
That's
the
good to know.
the servicer may have certain requirements, but then on top of that, the actual individual mortgage insurance company will have their own as well. So at that point, you're going to need to ask who is your mortgage insurance company, and each of them have their own website that will tell you if you had any kind of modification, here are our guidelines of having it removed.
Wow,
so that's going to be important.
That's actually really important. So for anybody at all out there listening, if you guys have a loan that has mortgage insurance and you chose to take, advantage of the opportunity for the forbearance or the deferment that has been so rapid in, today's day because of, the environment that we've been in, obviously, make sure that you are calling and asking that question, because your best bet may be, again, just to call us and let us help you through a refinance to get the mortgage insurance taken care of. So that really might be your best opportunity. All right, so that's it. I said we were going to do it quick, fast, and easy, straight to the point, 15 to 20-minute segment. That's it. We're not going to bore you guys for an entire hour. We're going to take all of these pieces and we're going to put them together for one-hour show for our weekend radio segments. So you guys will get all of the information from an entire week of shows all in 1 hour if you are listening by radio on Saturday or Sunday. If you want to be interactive, we would love it. We love it when you guys interact. Tiffany jumped on and she said, "Hi, ladies." And she said, "Heidi has no sound." And then she said, "No, now I hear her now." So maybe I was just doing a lot of talking and I wasn't letting you jump in. We have Donna Matthews decided to jump on and put some sort of text into there, which I'm assuming has something to do with maybe some sort of spamming or marketing or something. I don't know. But we want you guys to interact. We're reading your questions and your comments throughout the show. And that's the most important piece, is that we're getting you what you need to know. Again, keep in mind that we're going to do this a little bit different, new format. We're going to be on live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, always at 1 p.m. Pacific time, to try to keep it easier for you guys to remember. Go to YouTube, click on the Mortgage Mom Radio, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click on the notification bell so that you do know when we go live. If you would like a text message for our Wednesday shows, all you've got to do to opt in is you have to text the word MOM to 844-935-3634. Heidi, what's that spell?
We lend for you, WELEND, and the number 4.
That's right. You guys want to get yourself an appointment. You want to talk to me. You want to talk to Heidi or any of the girls on the Mortgage Mom Radio team. Go to our website, go to mortgagemomradio.com, and you can book yourself your own appointment. If you want an appointment for a day or time that is not there and available, please feel free to send me an email. You can do it through the website, through the Contact Us form, or you can send me an email direct to questions@mortgagemomradio.com. And remember, that same phone number that you're opting in is the same phone number to call the office. So if you want to call the office, you could be transferred right away. If it's Saturday or Sunday, you can get an appointment scheduled for that day. We are always taking calls. So again, it's 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend for You. That's WELEND and the number 4. So until tomorrow, 1 o'clock p.m., we'll be back. We hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Debbie Marcoux, licensed by the Department of Financial Institutions and MLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Florida LO 76508, Georgia 69178, Idaho, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington MLO 237926.
She's the mortgage mom. She can get things done Pick up the phone and call mom.